Hey, it's Silver Rains here, and today I'm going to be talking about character development. First of all, I want to ask you to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell. Thanks. Character development is one of the most important things you can incorporate into your story to hook your readers in and get them to emotionally care about your characters. In the beginning of the story, your character needs to have room for growth. You have a character start out somewhere mentally and emotionally, and then they change over time and become a different person. If anyone is familiar with the story of the Count of Monte Cristo, basically Edmond Dantes is an innocent, loving, compassionate, caring person. He loves his friends. He loves his girlfriend. He is just a really sweet-hearted, kind person. He's one of those people that you're like, oh, I want to meet him and I want to marry him and he's adorable, right? Okay, well, then what happens is he's betrayed by his best friend because his best friend is a jealous piece of garbage. He is betrayed and sent to this prison where he is beaten every year and just lives in isolation and deprived of just everything. He loses everything in his life. So he becomes a very different person. He escapes the prison and sorry, spoilers. He escapes and he is like fixed on revenge. I really like this as an example because it is so easy to see how the character develops and changes. I love being a writer because it kind of makes us a little bit philosophical at the same time. Is he a bad person because he wants revenge? I don't personally think so. I think that he is a human and he's going through his own stuff. The best way to start in terms of character development is to ask yourself what kind of character this character is going to start as and who are they going to be at the end of the story? How would they change as a person based on the events that happen to them? So I would say, first of all, don't make the mistake of putting your character through a traumatic situation and not having them change in a way that actually makes sense. Like, let's say one of your characters is almost killed. Unless they are a sociopath or a psychopath, that is going to change them as a character. So understand that trials are what builds character. Resilience, being resilient. We want our characters normally to be resilient, but sometimes it might be a pretty powerful piece to have your character go through a time where they struggle with being resilient. Maybe they struggle with an addiction. Maybe they struggle with a bad relationship, where they're codependent. Very important to portray these characters like we would real life people as they go through things. Do the research on what your character is going through, how it would affect them psychologically, and how it would change them as a character. And we like to learn a lesson. I mean, we have been learning lessons through stories since we were preschoolers, all right? And that does not change. The older we get, we feel the same way. We're all little kids at heart, I think. Would it change them for the better? Would it change them for the worse? Would it have a not so black and white effect? Because life isn't black and white. That's not how life works. I hope you really enjoyed this, and I hope it gave you something to think about in terms of character development for your stories, and have a wonderful rest of your day.